For centuries, ship launches have been celebrated as a triumph of human engineering and innovation. Yet, despite the expertise and precautions taken, sometimes these launches do not go as planned. Today's video is ship launches that went horribly wrong. Watch until the end and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's get it on! From the Titanic to the Exxon Valdez, throughout history, there have been several high-profile ship launch failures that have captured the world's attention. During the ship launch of the Symphony Provider at Ferry Smith in Leer, Germany, an incident happened. While the stern of the vessel was already moving, the bow got stuck on the slipway. Due to the high friction, the ship stopped on the slipway. San Cristobal Island is the easternmost of the Galapagos Islands. It is famous for being the island that Charles Darwin first visited in 1835. December 23, 2019, one barge carrying 600 gallons of diesel fuel preparing to unload at Puerto Baquerizo, Moreno, a crane began to lift the heavy container onto the ship, but the weight proved to be too great. Look! The crane is forward and the container hits the ship due to the weight pulling the crane onto its front tire and pulling it into the water. The boat overturned and began to sink as the crew jumped off the ship. The workers were safely secured to a dinghy. The president declared a state of emergency and officials acted immediately to reduce environmental damage.
Proved to be a hair too much.
On January 28, 2022, a fishing boat in Patani, Thailand needed repair. Two cranes came to pull the boat out. One crane is said to hold the bow while the other holds the bow at the stern. When both cranes lifted the ship out of the water, the cables holding the stern broke and left a crane to support the ship's weight. But that is too heavy. The crane looks like it's struggling as the last cable snaps the rear crane down, while the other one starts to fall towards water. The crane operator had to jump from the cockpit at the last second and land hard on the pier. Luckily, he crawled out to safety when his crane swooped in sea. Then, we get a close-up look at the wreckage. It's probably think we'll need a bigger crane. The operator was then taken to the hospital and he is still in shock at what he went through. In this case, do you think you can do like him? Do not forget to press the button of like, subscribe and comment what do you think for this. In August 2012, an unlucky Russian millionaire, he just wanted to spend some time on the luxury yacht, but apparently the crane operator had other plans. The $1 million yacht hangs over the canal and things don't look so good. In the beginning, unfortunately, there weren't any warning sound. In fact, you don't need any audio to capture what happens next. The boat titled awkwardly before the crane pointed its nose at the yacht, sending it into the water. The problem was made worse when the yacht flipped upside down, causing untold damage to the ship's interior and main deck. The story first appeared on Bloomberg in 2012, but the article has since been deleted. Do you think such a big mistake would warrant more coverage? But who knows, maybe someone doesn't want the story to not be made public. March 15, 2014, water rose on the River Thames in London, England. A captain completely caught off guard. Soon he realized he had made a fatal mistake. The $1 million yacht collided with the Richmond Bridge, and dozens of bystanders sunbathing on the shore were about to watch the most embarrassing sight of their lives. The Nordana Star for Symphony Shipping was christened and launched sideways on July 3, 2015 at the Ferry Smith Shipyard in Leer, Germany. The Nordana Star is 122.5 meter long, 17 meter wide, and has a dead weight of 10,500 tons. 4 further sister ships will follow. Thereby, a huge flood wave was generated. The Nordana Star has a dead weight tonnage of 12,900 tons and can carry up to 122 meters of cargo. Its overall length is 142 meters and it has a beam height of 25 meters. The ship's propulsion system is a MAN B&W 7S35ME B9 diesel engine that delivers a maximum speed of 16 knots. The Nordana Star has been involved in various shipping routes and has transported a wide range of cargoes, including wind turbines, transformers, and other project cargoes. In 2019, the ship made headlines when it was involved in a rescue operation of 23 crew members from a burning container ship off the coast of Canada. MSC Opera, a luxury cruise ship operated by MSC Cruises, was involved in a collision with a smaller tourist boat while docking in Venice, Italy in June 2019. The collision occurred when the MSC Opera lost control due to a technical issue and collided with the tourist boat, causing it to crash into a dock and several other smaller boats. The incident causing extensive damage and injuries. The estimated cost of the incident was around $10 million. These raised concerns about the safety of large cruise ships in crowded urban waterways, particularly in historic and culturally significant areas like Venice. What do you think about it?
Oh, we can see it. Oh! Oh! Kissing it, kissing it. Oh, connection, baby.
The Carnival Sunrise, a luxury cruise ship operated by Carnival Cruise Line, Costa Concordia ran aground and capsized off the coast of Italy in January 2012. The incident occurred when the ship struck a rock while sailing too close to the shore, causing a large gash in the hull and flooding several compartments. The ship's captain attempted to maneuver the vessel to shore, but it ultimately capsized and partially sank, resulting in the death of 32 people. So terrible. Pray for them. Do not forget press the button of like, subscribe and comment what you think for these cruise ship disasters. The SS Morro Castle disaster has been one of the deadliest cruise ship disasters in history. The SS Morro Castle was a luxury ocean liner that operated between New York City and Havana, Cuba in the 1930s. On September 8, 1934, the ship caught fire and burned off the coast of New Jersey. The cause of the fire is believed to have started in the ship's smoking room and spread rapidly due to the combustible materials and inadequate safety measures on board. I wonder if that smoker will finally be found, or is he one of the victims? How about your take? The Carnival Triumph, a luxury cruise ship operated by Carnival Cruise Line, suffered a major engine fire in February 2013, leaving the ship adrift in the Gulf of Mexico with over 4,000 passengers and crew members on board. The incident occurred when a fuel oil leak ignited and caused a fire in one of the ship's engine rooms, disabling the vessel's propulsions and power systems. The fire caused extensive damage to the ship, leaving passengers and crew members stranded without air conditioning, hot water, or working toilets for several days. The incident led to widespread media coverage and public outrage over the safety and emergency response protocols of cruise ships, as well as the treatment of passengers during such incidents. What will you do as a passenger of this cruise ship?
No, did you record it? Wow.
Giglio Island, also known as Isola del Giglio, is a small island located in the Tyrrhenian Sea off the coast of Tuscany, Italy. The coastline of Giglio Island features a combination of sandy beaches and rocky cliffs. The Costa Concordia disaster occurred on January 13, 2012, when the cruise ship Costa Concordia ran aground and partially capsized off the coast of Giglio Island, Italy. The ship was carrying over 4,200 passengers and crew members. The disaster unfolded when the Costa Concordia deviated from its planned course and sailed too close to the island. The ship struck a submerged rock, which tore a large gash in its hull, causing it to take on water and lose stability. As a result, the ship tilted to one side and eventually capsized, partially sinking in the shallow waters near the island. The MV Sewell disaster occurred on April 16, 2014, in South Korea. The Sewell, a passenger ferry, was carrying 476 people, including many high school students on a field trip to Jeju Island. The ferry capsized and sank off the southwestern coast of South Korea. The tragedy unfolded when the Sewell made a sharp turn, causing it to lose stability and eventually capsize. Investigations revealed several contributing factors to the disaster, including overloading of cargo and structural issues with the ship. The ferry's cargo wasn't properly secured, leading to a shift in weight that contributed to the loss of stability. The MV Sewell disaster claimed the lives of 304 people, making it one of the deadliest maritime accidents in South Korea's history. The aftermath of the MV Sewell disaster was met with widespread outrage and grief in South Korea. The Titanic disaster, which occurred in 1912, is one of the most famous maritime tragedies in history. However, on the night of April 14, 1912, the Titanic struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean and sank, resulting in the loss of more than 1,500 lives. The collision with the iceberg caused significant damage to the ship's hull, leading to the rapid flooding of several compartments. Today, the wreckage of the Titanic rests at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, about 3,800 meters below the surface. It was discovered in 1985 and has since been the subject of several exploration expeditions, shedding light on the events leading to the ship's demise and providing insights into the lives of those on board. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and comment what do you think of these cruise ship disasters. A cargo ship carrying alumina has sunk off the coast of Sakhalin, Russia. The ship had encountered 10-point ice and gave a distress signal on February 23, 2023. The 21 crew members, all Chinese citizens, were forced to abandon ship and went onto the ice before being rescued by another vessel. Alumina is a crucial material used in the production of aluminum. The cargo aboard the sunken ship is estimated to be worth several $1 million. The environmental impact of the incident remains unclear, as it's not yet known if any of the cargo has spilled into the sea. The MV Dona Paz was a passenger ferry operating in the Philippines. On that fateful day, December 20th, 1987, the ferry collided with the oil tanker MT Vector in the Tabla Strait, resulting in a catastrophic fire and the loss of thousands of lives. The collision took place in the evening when most passengers were either asleep or relaxing on the vessel. The impact of the collision caused the fuel from the oil tanker to ignite, engulfing both vessels in a massive inferno. The fire spread rapidly, fueled by the highly flammable cargo of the oil tanker and the wooden construction of the ferry. The number of casualties came to around 5,000 people, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters ever recorded. Unbelievable. The cargo ship SS El Faro, owned by Tote Maritime, was en route from Jacksonville, Florida to San Juan, Puerto Rico, when it encountered Hurricane Joaquin in the Atlantic Ocean. The El Faro disaster was a tragic maritime incident that occurred on October 1, 2015. During the voyage, the ship lost propulsion and suffered a significant list, making it vulnerable to the storm's forces. Distress calls were made, and the crew reported that the ship had taken on water. Tragically, the El Faro eventually sank, and all 33 crew members aboard were lost at sea. So sad. God is always with them.
Balasore is a city located in the state of Odisha, India. It is situated on the eastern coast of the country, along the Bay of Bengal. The city lies in the northern part of Odisha, close to the border with West Bengal. Drone footage that emerged on Saturday revealed the full scale of India's devastating train crash. At least 10 carriages careered off the tracks, some on their sides. In one area of the crash site, carriages appeared to be stacked on top of each other. Unbelievable! Chaotic scenes erupted on Friday night as rescuers climbed atop the wrecked trains to break open doors and windows using cutting torches. Hundreds of people trapped in the rail cars under the twisted metal and broken glass. Hualien is a city located on the east coast of Taiwan, facing the Pacific Ocean. Hualien is situated between Central Mountain Range and the Pacific Ocean. The majestic Central Mountain Range dominates the western part of the city, offering breathtaking views and outdoor activities. The accident happened just north of the city, occurred on April 2nd of 2021 when a Tarakou express train derailed inside a tunnel in Qingshui District, Hualien County. The train was traveling from Shulin, New Taipei City, to Taitung on the east coast of Taiwan. The incident resulted in numerous casualties and fatalities, making it one of the deadliest train accidents in about 40 years in Taiwan. The derailment happened as the train entered a curved section of the track. One of its cars struck a maintenance vehicle that had slid down an embankment due to a landslide. The collision caused the train to derail, with several of its cars overturning inside the tunnel. Do not forget to press a button of like, subscribe, and comment what you think of this catastrophic failure. Cairo is the capital and largest city of Egypt. Located in the northeastern part of the country, it is situated along the banks of the Nile River, which flows through the city, dividing it into eastern and western parts. Egypt was the first country in Africa to introduce the railway. However, accidents on its railway systems are common occurrences, especially in the last 3 decades, due in part to poor maintenance and lack of investment. Last month, 2 trains crashed in the Tata district of the southern Sohag province. The worst accident in North African country's history occurred in February of 2002 in El Ayet, south of the capital, Cairo, when a fire broke out in a train traveling from Cairo to Luxor, killing more than 360 people. Stonehaven is situated on the eastern coast of Scotland, overlooking the North Sea. Stonehaven is surrounded by diverse natural landscape. On August 12, 2020, a tragic train derailment occurred near Stonehaven, Scotland. The incident took place on the Aberdeen to Glasgow railway line, just a few miles south of Stonehaven. The train involved was a ScotRail passenger train, consisting of a locomotive and 4 carriages. The exact cause of the derailment was determined to be a result of train striking a landslip on the tracks. The impact caused the leading locomotive and 3 carriages to derail and roll down the embankment. The derailment caused significant disruption to rail service in the area, with the line being temporarily closed for investigations and repairs. Wenzhou is situated on the eastern coast of China, facing the East China Sea. It is located approximately 400 kilometers south of Shanghai and 500 kilometers east of Hangzhou, the capital city of Zhejiang province. The Wenzhou high-speed train accident occurred on July 23, 2011 in Wenzhou, Zhejiang province in China. The accident involved 2 high-speed trains, namely the D301 and the D3115, operating on the Yongtaiwan railway line. The collision happened when the D301 train, which was traveling from Beijing to Fuzhou, lost power due to a lightning strike and came to a halt on the tracks. Shortly after, the D3115 train en route from Hangzhou to Fuzhou approached and struck the stationary D301 train from behind. The impact caused several carriages of the D3115 train to derail and some of them to crash into the viaduct. The force of the collision resulted in significant damage to the train carriages and the railway infrastructure. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to our channel to see more about the side of nature. See you in the next video.